What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another transfer video. Now today, Arsenal being heavily linked with Celtic's French striker Odsonne Edouard, the 22-year-old striker who is the top goal scorer in Scottish football this season. He's got 28 goals. He's in his third season up there in Scotland, and he's being raved about as probably the best player in the Scottish League at the moment. Now, he's following in the footsteps of Moussa Dembele, who of course went to Celtic, scored a lot of goals and has gone to Lyon and done very well. Odsonne Edouard, Charlie Nicholas has been speaking about him today, saying that Arsenal should be looking to bring him in, but not to add to Lacazette and Aubameyang, simply to bring him in potentially if Lacazette was to leave. He said he's a very similar player to Lacazette. So he's probably not somebody we should be looking to bring in if Aubameyang was to leave. Now, Edouard has progressively got better. He got 15 league goals last season, but this season has been the first season he's really led the line. He's been the main man. He's 6'1", very laid back, can use both feet. He's tall, he's cool and calm in front of goal. And he's had a great season, 28 goals in all competition this season. He previously played for PSG. He wasn't involved with their first team. He was a young player. He's a French under-21 international, and he's very, very highly rated now. Although he has been saying how happy he is up there in Scotland, and he loves the atmosphere and the love that the Celtic fans have showed him, he is interested in moving on. He would like potentially to play in the Premier League, and Arsenal being linked with him now. It's believed Celtic would want around £40 million for him. Big money for a player to come from Scotland. No disrespect to the Scottish League, but it's very hit and miss up there. On one hand, Van Dijk came from Scotland, and he's the best defender in the world now. But on the other hand, people like Scott Sinclair, he looked like a world beater in Scotland. He now plays for Preston in the Championship. So sometimes it's very difficult to know how good a player is, especially when they're at Celtic, who dominate the Scottish League. Now, some of you guys have probably watched more of Odsonne Edouard than I have. I've seen highlights of him, seen one or two games, the Old Firm and things like that. He looks a good player, he can finish, definitely looks like a good goal scorer. But is he good enough to play for Arsenal? And is he worth £40 million? Now, I was thinking, potentially if Lacazette was to go, maybe this is somebody we could take a gamble on because we've still got Aubameyang's goals and you can definitely rely on them. But if Aubameyang was to go, I'm not sure, Edouard, is he at the standard to come in and replace him? I don't know. If you guys have seen more of him and you've watched a lot of Scottish football, let me know in the comments down below. How good is he? Do you think he can come in and be a big hit in the Premier League? Tell me his strengths and his weaknesses. And is he worth £40 million? If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Stay safe at this difficult time, and I'll be back later in the week. Bless.